On 22nd March 2016, we conducted an interview with Mr. Hisham Hashim, the owner of Cinta Wedding Gallery, regarding our assignments. The objective of this interview, we want to know the process of negotiation that was conducted at Cinta Wedding Gallery. This gallery was located at Alostar, and before this, Cinta Wedding Gallery was owned by Z Studio. In year 2008, Mr. Hisham was bought this boutique from Z Studio with a price of 30,000 ringgit. He started to develop this boutique from a small wedding gallery in Alostar, Kedah. Started with a minimum capital investment of 20,000 ringgit, he later has expanded this boutique by opening another branch also located at Alostar. After 1 year, he get lots of profit from his investment due to his hard working to develop this boutique, and he also efforts to pay all his loan. Mr. Hisham owned 10 workers who work in developing this boutique. This gallery also provides a few packages that everyone can afford, starting from 700 ringgit, which is a tratai, until 4,000 ringgit, which is cempaka. This gallery continued to be among developed and respected wedding gallery between 2008 and 2010. In addition, the aims of this gallery is to be the best service in order for the customers and clients will gain a unique and unforgettable moments for their wedding. Forms of negotiations are used in many situations such as international affairs, the legal system, government, industrial dispute, or domestic relationship. However, general negotiations can be learned and applied in a wide range of activities. Negotiation skill can be a great benefit in resolving any differences that arise between one party and another. Nowadays, everyone in this world will do a negotiation in daily life activities. On the other hand, many people assume that bargaining and negotiations mean the same things. However, we will be quite distinctive in the way use of these two words. In general, bargaining is an agreement in which people or group say they will do or give something in exchange for something else or something that is buy or sold for a price which is lower than the actual value. In more details, bargaining can be described as the competitive win-lose situation, such as haggling over the price of that item that happened at a yard sale, flea market, or used car center. Besides, terms of negotiations can be referred to win-win situations, such as those that occur when parties are trying to find mutually acceptable solution to a complex conflict. Before we begin to dissect the complex social process known as negotiations, we need to clearly understand what is meant by the negotiations. Negotiation is a form of decision-making in which two or more parties talk with one another in an effort to resolve their opposing interests. Furthermore, negotiation also can be said as a form of decision-making in which actively involved agents who cannot make decisions independently. Negotiators have to accommodate their partners and respond to their requests. They must negotiate adjustment when unforeseen event occurs. Besides, negotiation is a method by which people settle differences. It is a process by which compromise and agreement is reached while avoiding arguments and dispute. In any disagreement, individuals understandably aim to achieve the best possible outcome for their position. However, the principle of fairness, seeking mutual benefit, and maintain a relationship are the keys to successful outcome.
Negotiation can be defined as a process through which people that have differences settlement by reaching an agreement. In negotiation, there are different stages and phases which have been identified through the negotiation process must undergo before the final agreement is reached. There are 7 phases in negotiation process which include preparation, relationship building, information gathering, information using, bidding, closing the deal, and finally implementing the agreement. These phases can be divided into 3 stages, which are initial stage, middle stage, and ending stage. Firstly is beginning stage. Beginning stage include preparation and relationship building. Next is middle stage, which involve information gathering, information using, and bidding about the price. Lastly is ending stage, which includes closing the deal and finally implementing the agreement made with the customers.
This is one, preparation stage. According to the Literature 2015, negotiator will decide the important goals and think the way on how to work together with the other parties. Based on our interview, Mr. Hisham do a lot of preparations before they meet the customer. He use a social media like Facebook, Instagram, and blog. He also use mouth to mouth to tell the customer about their service. After the customer know about their service, Mr. Hisham will identify the need of the customer. Last but not least, Mr. Hisham will collect the information obtained from the discussion, such as the date of the wedding, theme that they want, and package that they like. In addition, there will be issues related to the budget, which the price offered do not meet the customer budget. So, Mr. Hisham will give suggestions about the package affordable for the customer. Phases 2, relationship building. In these phases, it requires you to get to know, understand, and learn about the other party. Relationship building will help in the identification, the similarities, and the differences which may impact the whole process. Next, relationship building will build trust between each other. Based on Mr. Hisham, he will examine the similarities and the differences of opinion between him and customer. If there are differences of information, he will find a solution. For example, in terms of design flows which are not compatible with this customer, so Mr. Hisham will make the recommendation related to the design that are more appropriate to the customer. On top of that, after the customer give credence to Mr. Hisham, then it will build the long relationship between them. So, Mr. Hisham will carry out the mandate given by their customer with honest. Then, the customer also will must honest and trustworthy with payments and must take care of the equipment and clothes that have been given to them during the ceremony.
Phase 3, information gathering. On this phase, we need to understand that the needs of both parties. Good negotiators know that you cannot always expect to have positive outcome. Like Mr. Hisham said, successful completion of negotiation process is by gathering relevant information and data after ensuring that there is good relationship with both parties. Information gathering helps in the determination of the feasibility of the having a settlement and the possible outcomes that may result from the process. Mr. Hisham said to us that this phase, which is information gathering, is really important. In this phase, the customer tell Mr. Hisham on what the color they want, the design, the theme for wedding dress and the reception. In this phase also, the customer will tell the specified date that when they want to make the ceremony. This information gathering phase also important because it helps in getting to learn what one behalf is needed to know about issues which will be involved in negotiation, such as about the opposite parties and the various needs that the other parties may have. Information using. Negotiator assemble the case one that will maximize the negotiator's own needs and they want to make for their preferred outcomes and settlement.
After gathering the information, the negotiator will use an information and the data to what they would like and what they want to achieve to end the negotiation. The negotiators requires the use of information that was gathered to see whether the outcome will bring mutual benefits, concern or not by company. For example, like Mr. Hisham said, if they can't fulfill what the customer want, they will suggest another option. For example, like the customer want blue wedding dress, but at the same date, blue wedding dress had already booked by another customer. So Mr. Hisham will suggest another dress color, for example like grey color, because it is more simple and classy. If customer don't want that grey color, they will suggest another blue color but different design. This phase is the opportunity for Mr. Hisham to listen for opposite party. It's also can develop the shared interest and beneficial to all parties involved in this phase.
Next phases are bidding. Bidding is the stage to get an actual outcome by making moves from one initial and ideal position. Before making move from the initial offer toward a middle ground, bidding make a process by which each party state their opening offer. This is that initial and ideal position that each party present toward the reaching an actual outcome will benefit to all of involved parties. For example, as according to the information obtained, Mr. Hisham will make a deal with his customer about the wedding date and also the price for the wedding dress. The customer asks to reduce the price for the wedding dress. Mr. Hisham will try to counter back, such as the design for wedding dress is the latest one and no one had tried that dress, so the price cannot be negotiated. But if the customer still want that dress, so they have to add about 500 ringgit for that dress, said Mr. Hisham. After clearly explanation, then the customer will understand it. The bidding stage, it is important to the negotiator to keep an open end to the negotiation, which they should open to alternative as may be suggested and consider them to come up with a considerable agreement. Even this does not mean that every suggestion the opposite party makes is agreeable. If the negotiator tell to the customer clearly and give the strong reason, it may be influence their customer and satisfy them. So it will work smoothly and meets standards and requirement of the both parties.
Closing technique is very important. There are no magic words to guarantee that you make sell. You must start by helping your customer identify his need and demonstrating that your product or service offer. With that foundation, a good closing will help you cement the deal and grow your business. Make the wedding gallery before they closing the deal. There are some procedures to follow to remain the risk and that will be not rejected at the last minute. According to Mr. Hisham, they always present with a proposal in writing. They have 3 writing receipts as evidence in case there are something that will be happen. First receipt for the customer, second copy receipt for the company user, and third copy receipt for the company backup storage. At Cinta Wedding Gallery also, when to close the deal, they will communicate clearly again what they have been discussed. This is to avoid misunderstanding between the seller and buyer. At Cinta Wedding Gallery, they use this quote: no one will trust a person who cannot communicate clearly and confidently, to make the buyer more confident with their boutique. After that, still make eye contact even at the last stage of the closing the deal. The wedding gallery, they remain the eye contact and body language until the end of the show. Until the end to show their interest to the customer and directly will make the customer more confident to continue using their service. Smile, always smile. It is not just about your attitude, but also your physical manifestation. Do this until you are able to agree with a smile, disagree with a smile, negotiation, overcome an objection, and close with a smile. Have you even noticed that very successful people are smiling all the time? It is not because they are successful what they are smiling. It is how they are got successful. This is $1,000,000 tips. They are smart.
Implementation involves ensuring the provision of the agreement are carried out. In Boutique Cinta, responsibility can be assigned to the parties involved in the negotiation. This is because to avoid misunderstanding what have been discussed from the beginning. Implementing an agreement means that the complete parties act to put the agreement into the operations. The success of an agreement depends on the implementation plan and the process that puts plan into the operations. The negotiation finishes when the agreement has been formally recognized. Whatever the process used to obtain them, monitoring and implementation plan are the first and foremost the responsibility of the negotiation party.
As a conclusion, negotiations are used in many situations, whether in a business or another sectors. Mostly, people will think that negotiations and bargaining means the same things. However, we can differentiate these two words by understanding the meanings. Negotiations can be said as a form of decision making, in which two or more parties talk with one another in an effort to resolve their opposing interests. From our interview with Mr. Isham, we can understand the real situation of negotiations. According to Mr. Isham, he used social media like Facebook, Instagram, blog as a medium to attract their customer to use their service as a bargaining phase to conduct a negotiations, and he makes some preparation to do a negotiations. Next, when the customer already contact him, he do a relationship building by getting knows their customers background to make them feel comfortable. After that, he will collect any information regarding the needs of their customer. He will use the information that customer provide to him to achieve their customer goals and objectives. Furthermore, he also conduct a bidding regarding the price and wedding dates. This is because some of the customer has different behavior and attitudes. After the bidding process done, he will close the deal. When the Mr. Isham and their customer already agree with something that will make an agreement is very important because at Cinta Wedding Gallery, they always face the customer who are refused to pay the service according to specific dates. Agreement is very important to prevent the boutique from facing a loss of loss. Hence, from our interview with Mr. Isham, we getting a lot of information and knowledge regarding negotiations.